An Israeli F-35 has reportedly scored the aircraft's first air-to-air victory against a crewed fighter, downing an Iranian Yak-130 over Tehran earlier today. So, let's go over what we know about this historic engagement. I'm Alex Hollings, and this is a breaking edition of Air Power. Now, F-35s from several nations have shot down uncrewed drones and cruise missiles in combat before, but this marks the first air-to-air victory against a piloted aircraft for what is the most technologically advanced fighter in service today. Now, details about this engagement are still pretty sparse, but the initial announcement came from the Israeli Defense Force on Twitter or X, and translated, their tweet reads, "An Israeli Air Force Adir F-35I jet shot down an Iranian combat aircraft, Yak-130, over Tehran skies a short time ago. This is the world's first shoot-down of a manned fighter jet by an F-35. Now, the Yak-130 is a Russian advanced jet trainer and light combat aircraft that's capable of employing a variety of air-to-ground munitions like gravity bombs and rockets, as well as Russian-sourced infrared-guided R-73 series air-to-air missiles. Then the Yak-130 is among the most modern aircraft in Iran's inventory, with the platform itself only reaching initial service in 2010 and deliveries to Iran only beginning in 2013. Now, these jets were purchased as training aircraft, but Iran announced their intentions to begin using them for limited combat operations last year. According to Iranian state media, one of their Yak-130s even participated in air combat exercises in 2025 that saw them coordinate with two Iranian MiG-29s to intercept and destroy an airborne target drone using an R-73E infrared-guided air-to-air missile. It's a weapon with a reported range of roughly 19 miles, or about 30 kilometers, and that really speaks to the extent of this platform's air-to-air capabilities. Now, at least one Yak-130 was photographed flying over Tehran with an air-to-air armament in just the past few days, seemingly flying counter-UAS air defense operations, or shooting down drones. The Yak-130 was designed to emulate advanced Russian fourth-generation fighter flight characteristics for training purposes, while also serving in light attack and reconnaissance roles. In Iranian service, it's primarily been used as a stepping stone toward Iran's piecemeal fleets of Cold War fighters, like the F-4E Phantom II, F-5 Tiger, and, of course, Iran's handful of still operational F-14 Tomcats. And on a longer timeline, they were also meant to train Iranian pilots to fly the much more modern Russian-sourced Su-35 if and when deliveries of those fighters ever actually begins. Now, it's believed that Iran had just 12 Yak-130s in total at the onset of fighting, and with more than 11,000 pounds of thrust on tap and the ability to pull upwards of 8 Gs during maneuvers, these lightweight fighters may be generations behind platforms like the F-35, but they are, nonetheless, pretty capable aircraft for what they were meant to do. In fact, the Yak-131, or the Russian light attack version of this aircraft, comes equipped with an onboard radar and is even slated to eventually replace aging Su-25 Frogfoots for the close air support mission in the Russian Air Force. Now, the Yak-130 is, of course, absolutely outclassed by the F-35, with no onboard radar and only short-range air-to-air capabilities. But again, you could reasonably make the argument that this is the most modern and advanced tactical aircraft in Iranian service today, so its loss is certainly worthy of note. Now, losing a fight to the F-35 may have been an all but foregone conclusion, but the fact that Iran is still managing to get aircraft into the fight after 4 consecutive days of large-scale airstrikes is also worthy of note. Now, the Israeli F-35I is the same core airframe as America's Runway Queen F-35As operated by the U.S. Air Force, but it departs from the standard F-35 fleet in a number of pretty unique ways. Most notably, Israel's F-35s carry an indigenously developed electronic warfare suite instead of the BAE Systems AN/ASQ-239 that's employed by, well, F-35s for everybody else. Israeli F-35s F-35s have also seen the integration of some additional weapons, like ongoing efforts to field the Python 5 air-to-air missile, and they carry independent logistics and mission software. There are also long-standing rumors that Israel may have managed to develop and field external fuel tanks for their F-35Is to extend the jet's combat range, but details about these claims remain very few and far between. Now, beyond those unique bells and whistles, though, the F-35I carries the same groundbreaking Pratt & Whitney F-135 afterburning turbofan engine that is capable of pushing out a whopping 43,000 pounds of thrust at full tilt, more than 4 times the thrust produced by the 2 engines in the Yak-130. And the F-35A and I are both rated for 9+G maneuvers when necessary, but broadly speaking, the F-35 was designed to serve more as an air-to-air sniper than it ever was to serve as a close-quarters knife fighter. While this is the first known air-to-air kill for any F-35 against a crewed fighter, it is not, again, the first time F-35s have shot down airborne targets in combat. The first reported F-35 air-to-air kill of a drone came in 2021, when Israeli F-35Is engaged and downed 2 Iranian attack drones. Since then, Israeli, Dutch, American, and most recently British F-35s have all scored air-to-air kills against drones and cruise missiles over Europe and the Middle East. And it is worth noting that there were rumors swirling about American F-35Cs, or the Navy carrier-launched variant, engaging and downing Iranian MiG-29s earlier in this fight. But I want to be clear that thus far, there has been no evidence to substantiate those claims, and it seems to be nothing more than an internet rumor. And with that ends this short-fused edition of Air Power from Sandboxx News. I'm Alex Hollings. Make sure to swing by sandboxnews.com today and every day for all the latest in news, entertainment, and merch from all around the force. If you got anything out of today's video, make sure to click like and subscribe down below, and make sure to leave me a comment so I know what I should cover next. And of course, don't forget to tap on that bell icon so you never miss a drop from Sandboxx News.